Happy New Year, Patriots fans. I know this wasn't the season that we had all hoped we could have for New England, but the good news is we've got one more game and the offseason is right around the corner. It's a new year. We got a fresh start, hopefully. What is something that you want to be on the New England Patriots New Year's resolution list? It could be beef up the offense, give them a wide receiver, maybe get an offensive tackle, maybe on the defense, replace Matthew Judon. What should be on their New Year's resolution list? Go on ahead, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's hop into today's show. Oh, that rhymed. Coming up here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports, I am your host, Allie Barefoot, and I'm talking about two men in my life right now. I'm talking about Alex Van Pelt, the offensive coordinator for the Patriots, and whether or not he's going to stick around this upcoming offseason because Black Monday is right around the corner. As you guys, if you don't know, Black Monday always falls on January 6th or the first Monday after the final game of the regular season. Will AVP be sticking around? We'll figure that out. And the latest on Mike Vrabel, could he possibly be New England's new head coach this offseason? We're going to break that down and see what the analysts are saying around the Black Monday rumors. Before I hop into that, go on ahead and do me one quick solid. Start off my new year right by hitting that subscribe button for me. Guys, we are so close to such a monumental milestone here for the Patriots Today channel by reaching 20,000 subscribers. So go on ahead, help us out. We just need 118 subscribers away. I promise you guys are not going to regret it once you do hit that sub button. So let's talk about Alex Van Pelt, or more importantly, should we talk about the players who are talking about Alex Van Pelt? Despite the 3-12, 3-14, whatever, the losing record that the Patriots do have, there are plenty of offense and defensive players that have spoken out and talked about how much they like Alex Van Pelt's offensive coaching style, how much they respect AVP, how much they want to see AVP grow. And it starts with your top offensive players in Drake Maye. This is a quarterback. His first year in the NFL, he has nothing but great things to say about AVP, which is awesome for a rookie. He wants to love his transition in the NFL. Same thing, Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper. AVP actually brought Austin Hooper into New England this year. And then, of course, you got Bourne and Stevenson. But even on the defensive side, Mike Onwenu, Peppers, Barmore, these are very influential players for the New England Patriots. So if you've got high praise from some of your captains, I do think it does speak volumes that, look, yes, our opinion matters, but in the grand scheme of things, if the Patriots players are enjoying what they're having as an OC, then maybe Robert Kraft will take that into account for whether or not he'll boot him or not. And I do think that does speak volumes because this is not a good offense. So if you've got 10-plus Patriots players out here saying, I like what Alex Van Pelt does for our team, then you must really love the guy because I don't love the rankings that AVP has set us up with in the offense in the NFL. Granted, I know it does have a lot to do with talent and what Van Pelt can work with in order to move up in the rankings. But in terms of total offense, you're 30th. You have the 30th best offense in the NFL out of 32 teams. But you are dead last in passing offense. So, yes, you do have one of the top rookie quarterbacks, in my opinion, but you haven't really given him anywhere to throw or anybody to throw to. And then scoring offense, you're 30th again. You're only averaging about 16 points a game. So to have all of these very good NFL players on the Patriots team speak up in behalf of Alex Van Pelt saying, I like this guy. I want Alex Van Pelt to continue to be our OC. I think that Robert Kraft is definitely going to take that into account moving forward. But I want to jump into just what one player had to say here about AVP, and that was Hunter Henry. And this really speaks volumes because you don't want the offense to go through another transition for the third year in a row, so I know that can be very daunting. Henry said when you carry over an offense into an offseason, you can sometimes build upon it in a lot of ways. When you bring in someone new, you're learning that scheme, and you're trying to implement it, and just trying to learn it in a way. When you already know a scheme, you can grow in it and evolve in a way to make it your own. I can speak personally on routes and different things. If I already know the scheme, it's my canvas. I can draw it this way. I can draw it this way. I can do routes different ways. I've loved Alex Van Pelt. I've loved the energy. I've loved the offense that he's brought here, which is a hell of a statement coming from the stats I just showed you. I really do think it's a good scheme, and I think there is a lot of room for growth with everybody in it. But obviously, Hunter Henry loves the offense. Hunter Henry is the offense. I stand by my statement that there are two players on the Patriots offense that could be starters in another program right now, and it's Drake Maye and Hunter Henry. Maybe David Andrews if he was healthy. Maybe Mike Onwenu if he had a little bit more help on the right side. But I'm going to show you some stats that shows why AVP has successfully grown two players. And one of them happens to be Hunter Henry. But before I do jump into that, I do want to go ahead and tell you guys real quick about our sponsor here on Patriots Today. And of course, that is Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app in America. If you guys aren't playing Prize Picks, let me tell you why you should. Number one, it's super easy. All you guys have to do is just pick more or less on a player's projected stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Yes, you heard me right. Up to 1,000 times your cash. And you've also got basketball season heating up. And Prize Picks is the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. Not to mention, I know the regular season may be ending for football. You've also have hockey. You also have Call of Duty still active that Prize Picks does actually have projected stats on. So you guys can find something for your liking. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Not to mention, Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. And here are my picks for these several sporting events that are going on this day. I have Trevor Etienne to have more than one rushing/receiving touchdown. Of course, it is bowl time for a lot of college football programs. Jaylen Brown to have more than 22.5 points. I am the host of Celtics Today by Chat Sports, so I always got to rep that Boston Celtics. And then Derrick Henry to have more than 90 rushing yards against Cleveland on Saturday for their last regular season game. These are my Prize Picks. If you guys want to copy them, feel free. If you want to make your own, even better. All you guys have to do is download the Prize Picks app. Use promo code CLNS. That'll give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Download the Prize Picks app. Use promo code CLNS. That'll give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. So why does Hunter Henry love Alex Van Pelt? Well, Alex Van Pelt loves Hunter Henry. When you look at the three receivers that had a little bit of production last year, and they got implemented with a new offensive coordinator being AVP, there is one person that sticks out to me in terms of growth, in terms of the pass-catching department. Hunter Henry this season has had 66 receptions for 674 yards. He is the Patriots' top receiver this year. Top pass catcher, I should say. He gained 225 yards this season from 2023. Obviously, he's going to like Alex Van Pelt's offense. Demario Douglas, about equal to what he did last year, except he's got more receptions, but only 26 more yards from this time in 2023. Kendrick Bourne, who has actually played 3 more games than he did last year, is minus 113 yards from this point last year, meaning Kendrick Bourne is not a top target in Alex Van Pelt's eyes, but Hunter Henry is. And I will say that, obviously, Kendrick Bourne has also said good things about Alex Van Pelt, but nobody has said more than Drake Maye and Hunter Henry on the offense for how they feel about their offensive coordinator. And why would they? Alex Van Pelt has successfully developed one player, Drake Maye. You know who loves AVP? Drake Maye. Hunter Henry, the top receiver, of course. Nobody has an issue when you're winning. And in Hunter Henry's case, he is winning. And I'm sure that all of these guys who also have spoken up about Alex Van Pelt obviously do like him, because even the defensive guys who have nothing to do with Alex, they have a lot of good things to say about him. And I do think he's a great guy. I'm sure he's a good coach. We haven't had the best roster to give him, but the only success story he can actually use heading into next year is Drake Maye. Other than that, you have a bottom-of-the-barrel offense. So I haven't been that impressed, but I'm also not a player. And when you do talk to somebody like Alex Van Pelt, he obviously enjoys working with these guys. AVP saying, I would love to be back. I really like our organization. I like our guys. There's stuff to build there, but again, that's out of my control. So now AVP will face what a lot of coaches will face here in this offseason, and that's, do I have a job or do I not? Well, Mike Vrabel, who currently doesn't have a job, is also asking himself the exact same question. So now we are going to talk about the latest on Mike Vrabel and what he could possibly bring to the New England Patriots. But before I do jump into that, I do just want to go on ahead and ask you guys this question here real quick, and that is just on Alex Van Pelt and really how you guys feel about him heading into the offseason. Should the Patriots keep AVP? Type K for keep, type F for fire. I'm going to go, oh gosh, I really do go back and forth on this a lot, but if they bring in a new head coach, they're definitely going to need to bring in a new offensive coordinator. There could be a lot of changes this offseason. We're just going to have to wait and see. But here is the latest on what I know out of Mike Vrabel, is that he wants the New England Patriots job. Hallelujah! That's incredible! But Robert Kraft seems intent on bringing back Jerod Mayo, at least at the present time. And this beautiful woman who seems to know about ball, her follow-up was, you've got to be kidding me. If Kraft wants a shot at being successful next season, hire Vrabel. Vrabel has more than a 3-game winning record in the NFL. He has more experience. He has more to network with to bring in a DC, to bring in an OC if needed. You have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to say, you know what? We gave Jerod Mayo a chance. Let's move on and build for the future. But right now, Robert Kraft doesn't see it like that. And here's what's starting to scare me about Robert Kraft being so-called stubborn on sticking with Jerod Mayo despite the iffy season that we've had, is that NBC Sports Boston called Mike Vrabel the fastest moving train on the coaching market, which means I do not know how long somebody like Robert Kraft is going to have on whether or not he wants to fire Jerod Mayo or he wants to keep any of his staff around and hire Mike Vrabel, because there are several teams that could possibly be looking for a new head coach. Chicago Bears, New Orleans Saints, New York Jets, Las Vegas Raiders. Maybe even he drops down and goes with the Bill Belichick era and goes to Ohio State. Get him out of the NFL completely. But nonetheless, wouldn't you rather have him coaching your team than possibly playing against him if he does happen to stay in the NFL? So when I saw that latest report saying, look, everybody wants Mike Vrabel, he's obviously one of the best coaches still out there on the market. I personally didn't see why he was fired in the first place. Robert Kraft, it is now or never to hire a player, a former player in your Patriots Hall of Fame as your next head coach. You wanted to do that with Jerod Mayo 5 years ago, and it was not the prettiest 2024 NFL season. A lot has changed, and if Mike Vrabel is showing interest in coaching your team, you need to at least pick up the phone. And that's where the good news comes in, is because Albert Breer, NFL insider, does think that maybe the Krafts could at least call Vrabel, and it could still be discreet. If you want to be in the running for Vrabel, you've got to back channel now. That's a discussion that the Krafts probably have to have alone. Not go tell Jerod Mayo you're going to go and talk to Mike Vrabel. That's not going to do anything good. But they've got a level of trust with Mike Vrabel where they could probably talk to him. So nothing has to be out in the open just yet. Nothing has to be set in stone. At least call Vrabel and hear the words come through the telephone, I want to be the New England Patriots' next head coach. Then Robert Kraft, the dice is on your table. Is that an analogy? Euphemism? Whatever. Fire Jerod Mayo this Patriots offseason. You guys be Robert Kraft. Type Y for yes, type N for no. I know a lot of you guys, I see it in the comment section. You guys want Mike Vrabel as head coach, so go on ahead and flood the comment section. And as always, go on ahead and help us out here. Get to 20,000 subscribers. It starts with you guys right now. So if you guys want the latest news and rumors on the New England Patriots, we've got you covered right here for free. All you guys have to do is subscribe.